Hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, catching a vibe, getting ready to do your February 2020 readings. For those that are new, welcome. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It's much appreciated. And for those that are returning, thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and positively engaging the channel the way you do. Sending me your genuine love and support. As I tell you guys always, it's an absolute privilege, honor, not just to work with you guys and read for you guys, but to connect with you and do this thing called Ascension with you. All right, so thank you. For those that timestamp the reading prior to the prayer, please continue to do so. And for those that are new to the platform, if you want to bypass the intro, you can see below in the comments, Angel Gang is really good at timestamping it, and I'm trying to be better at pinning them. All right. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, that's fine. Just see below my email address. Send me an email. I'll send you the link to my calendar where you can book yourself in for whenever works for you. Just please keep in mind that if you book yourself in my calendar prior to paying, you will be immediately deleted from the calendar. Okay, so send the payment over, put yourself in the calendar, and I will see you shortly. All right, all my readings are live. None of them are pre-recorded. So the structure is just like what you see here, except for it is obviously specifically tailored to you and the energy surrounding you. Okay. Patreon, yes, Patreon's still growing. Got a little community going on there. So for those that would like additional content from what I post on YouTube, I do daily general readings and weekly love readings on Patreon for members only. So if you'd like to join that platform and become a member, see the link below. Okay. What else? I was doing a couple of shout outs. You guys know I don't really watch tarot too much, but I'm a tarot reader and I'm a part of the community, and I love, like, there's a lot of tarot readers that I love as a person, whether or not I, resonate with their readings anymore. I just enjoy the varying personalities in the community. So, somebody I still watch, she's a tarot reader, but she has a podcast. And it's that's Angelic Karma, or Her Angelic Karma. Her podcast is awesome. She's fierce. She's got a really unique perspective to Ascension, and she supports the collective. And whether I agree with everything she says or not, she's just been supportive, and she's fierce. So there's this energy you can gain from her that will help you feel better prepared to go through what you're going through, even if you don't resonate with her. Certain messages may resonate, certain messages don't, but either way, that's with every reader. You know what I mean? But I like her. I listen to her podcast. She does tarot too, but her podcast is pretty dope, so check it out. And I did come across a new reader that I had to shout out just because I was so inspired by her. She's legally blind. She's reading tarot, like Braille tarot, and she's called Pretty Blind Eyes. And I wasn't really resonating with the reading so much, but I was so entertained by her and inspired by her that I said I got to shout her out. I think she's fairly new. Like I told you guys, YouTube always sends me like the new readers because I like and subscribe to everything. So she's got a small platform. Show love, like, share, subscribe. Even if you don't resonate with the reading, show love, guys, because it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there like that, the way she has. And that's what I found really inspiring. A lot of you want to start platforms and things like that. If you're feeling hesitant or you've got self-doubt, go check out her Pretty Eyes or Pretty Blind Eyes, and you'll feel definitely inspired. Anyways, we'll get into prayer. You guys can timestamp now. I think that's it. I'm going to be... Thora, what are you doing? Go lay down. She's so big. She goes to the blind. She rips the blind right off of the friggin'. She's so large. I love her, though. That's my baby. That's God's dog. For those that are new, I'm talking to my dog, Thora. All right? She's such a spaz. All right, let's get into prayer and get into your spread. You guys can timestamp now. If I have any other announcements, I'll trickle them through your reading, okay? All right, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now in particular, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective sign of Pisces. Please allow me to communicate clearly to them the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding their material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me in the collective. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. All right, guys. Let's see Wagwan for the month of February. First card out, the Fool. I heard ground zero, starting from ground zero. Some of you are starting from ground zero with a connection. Some of you are starting from ground zero with regards to a plan. Some of you were going to execute a plan. So it's not that the plan, it's not that what it is that you are trying to achieve has changed. It's not that the manifestation, your desires have changed. It's the way you're going about it. So some of you had formulated a plan and you're scratching the plan and starting over from zero. Some of you were planning something and were realizing that you're cutting your losses with regards to the efforts that you put into something and are starting from ground zero. You want a fresh start, and some of you are initiating that fresh start by starting over, starting something over, planning something over. Like if you look at this Fool card, there's people. I see like a ladder, people have ladders. I'm getting Knight of Wands. Some of you might realize that you have to start from zero again. Some of you are being prompted to start something over because the way you built it or started it originally was faulty. So some of you are having to rebuild a foundation and a connection because the way you went about it originally, it didn't create a solid foundation. Some of you are deciding to some of you realized you rushed something. So this starting over, this clean slate it's almost like reflecting. So this Knight is looking back at this Fool wanting to start something over, right? Get another chance at something. Realizing that what it is that they built, they might have built too quickly, which is why it's not solid, which is why it's not stable. Because there's nothing stable about this Fool and this Knight of Wands energy. So I'm thinking that some of you are just starting from zero because you have a better understanding of how you can build from the ground up now. Because whatever it was you were building, it could be a relationship, realizing you moved too quickly, wanting to start over, wanting to be single, wanting to pull out from it. Some of you realized that you made a really hasty decision to move on from something. Maybe you're wanting to visit something again. So this Fool energy, this zero could have been something that was completely bypassed, an opportunity to start something new. And it was avoided. And now somebody is reflecting on this opportunity of a clean slate, if that's making any sense. Let's see what else we get, though. Pisces for February. Let's see. There's Pisces energy right there. And the Knight of Wands came out again. We have to take it. Except for the Knight of Wands positioning is different now. Anyways, we got the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Temperance, and the Three of Cups. I've been getting this energy for almost all the readings. It's so karmic. It's so karmic. The divine is trying to usher in this zero Fool energy, which is starting from zero. A lot of karmic debts have been paid and cleared. So the divine is bringing in this Fool energy. Some of you, in order to really get this clean slate, you are going to have to be open to conflict resolution. Some of you are going to have to be open to receiving in order to bring the karmic balance it is that you seek. So some of you deserve certain things, but you have to be open to what it is that you deserve for the karmic balance to truly happen. Some of you are not pleased. Some of you, this is strange. Some of you, it's almost like, I don't know. Something's coming through, but it's almost like the divine doesn't want me to pay attention to it. I don't know. The strength. Strength under the Knight of Wands. Strength to move forward. Some of you, it's going to require a lot of strength to be open to your new life. Some of you, it's going to require a lot of strength to be open to a new relationship, a new friendship, just because of the vulnerability required. Some of you are going to need to execute the strength to revisit something that you abandoned or you let go. With the Knight of Wands looking back, we know the Knight of Wands energy can really, isn't really reliable or stable. It's the energy that goes, it's like a moth to a flame. It will go wherever the passion, wherever its desire is leading it. Now, it's funny though, because this Knight of Wands is passion and desire driven, but it's looking backwards. So it almost looks like this knight realizes the passion and the desire that this knight seeks is something that it passed. It was something that it let go of. It was something that it abandoned. It was something that it fled from. So for some of you, you might be revisiting. Some of you, it's a friend. Some of you have been trying, some of you were estranged, had a really solid friendship with somebody that went on the fritz. There was separation, there was discord, and a lot of you were looking for, never really replaced that friendship, never really was able to get close with somebody like that again. So some of you are reflecting back on an old connection, wondering if what it is you seek was only offered by them. What it is that you seek was them. What it is that you seek was something you passed, let go of, opted out of. Let's see what else we get. I'm getting Mark, the name Mark, and Michelle, Michelle, Michelley, Michelle. I heard Michelle, Michelle, Swish LA. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm turning into a rapper. I'm like, Michelle, eat Swish LA. Fucking idiot. What else do we got? What else do we got? Nope. I have to take those because they flipped. All right. We've got the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. Somebody is trapped in their head about either accepting an apology or ushering an apology to somebody. Somebody who abandoned you, Pisces, is regretting it. Somebody who rejected what it was you were offering went out in the world trying to seek exactly what it was that you were offering. So when this knight goes out in the world trying to replace you or find it, or thinks that what you were offering is a dime a dozen, only to go out there and not find it, now they're looking back at you, or you are looking back at somebody that you didn't value at the time that you now value, or an opportunity. Somebody might have offered you an opportunity to join something or be a part of something, and you didn't see value in it then, only for you to go out in the world and find that opportunity to be a part of something and not seek it, not find it. So now you're looking back and reflecting at the times when this was being offered to you. Some of you weren't ready to be open to a friendship or a relationship. It wasn't that you neglected it or abandoned it. It was just that you were honest and said you were not open or available or whatever the case is. Some of you are confused as to why the divine is trying to reconcile you with somebody. Some of you are confused about how you feel. Some of you are confused about how you still feel about somebody. Some of you are wondering why you still have emotional sentiments for somebody who hurt you really badly. Well, for some of you, that emotional sentiment isn't actually yours. It's the person who abandoned you that you're actually tapped into. They're trying to send you their energy before approaching you. because essentially in the ethers, you can tell people yes or no, right? So a lot of the time before these reconciliations occur, because we do have the Three of Cups, which could be a reconciliation, the Page of Cups, which could be a new beginning, friendship, relationship, or an apology. A lot of the time before these reconciliations occur, whether they're romantic or platonic, the people communicate in the ethers. Can I come forward? Well, I'm still mad. There's this whole conversation that occurs. So essentially your energy will signal if somebody can come back, apologize. Your energy will signal to somebody, I am open for a new relationship. I am open for friendship, right? Some of you are trapped in your mind about how you feel still about somebody. Some of you are trapped in your mind about how you dealt with somebody, questioning yourself. Why did you behave a certain way? Why did you do this? Why did you pass up on this? Why didn't you see this then? Because for some of you, you're aware of something now that you were not of in the past, about the past. Because this Knight of Wands, to me, is looking back at something it fled from. In this deck in particular, I'm getting 1982, January 1982. Hercules. And pesos. These are pesos. Some of you are taking a trip to Mexico. Some of you actually today just looked up what the conversion rate was, and you're shocked what pesos are to American dollars. Some of you are considering working with somebody from maybe Mexico. There's like an issue with the currency conversions. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But anyways. Yeah, Mexicano. I have Mexico twice. Yeah, I have Mexico twice. This is pesos. I'm pretty sure pesos, like I lived in Mexico to teach for a little bit. So I'm pretty sure pesos is Mexico, but the strength card says Mexicana. It's the National Bank of Mexico. El Banco Central Mexicano. Yeah, some of you are relocating, moving, or traveling to Mexico. Some of you are traveling there and have issues with your money, getting access to your money, having to actually go into a bank in Mexico, trying to resolve or withdraw money of some kind. Be mindful about making big purchases on vacations or things like that. With the Temperance and the Strength and Mexico here, there could be something that will transpire nationally for the country in the next couple of weeks. So you might see Mexico popping up on the news because of something that transpired. Some of you have family in Mexico that you might be concerned. So with this Knight of Wands, it might have been that fleeing energy of leaving. So say you, wherever, if it's Mexico, you left your home country to go to like America, Canada, the UK, I'm getting somewhere like that. And you're now actually reflecting back and seeing that you might have left people behind that truly need you, who truly will support you. Some of you fled your country. So some of you, this is like some your refugee stuff. Some of you really want to go back to the country it was that you fled from. Some of you are realizing that you want to support politically some of the issues. Like some of you want to return back to your home countries, but because you want to create impact, you want to create some kind of impact. You feel better equipped now to go back and do something, fix something, help something. For some of you, this knight in shining armor is you going back to a village you come from, supporting people there. Like I'm getting this impression some of you go back home and gain some kind of like royalty, prestige, or status. It's almost like your village, your town, your community really receives you and welcomes you back. Some of you are riddled with some guilt, and this guilt is stopping you from believing in yourself. So some of you are feeling guilty about something that you did or didn't do, and that guilt is getting you to not have faith in your future because you don't think you deserve it. The fuck? See, this is the karmic balance that the divine's trying to bring in. Whether you're the one feeling guilty or somebody's feeling guilty about you, the divine knows that this energy is lingering in these connections with these people, whether in the 3D or the 5D, and wants to bring this resolution. A lot of you are in stagnant energy because of the guilt. Yeah, I'm getting the guilt is causing stagnation. The guilt is translating into it's not even lack of faith. That's the fucked up part. The guilt is transferring into I do not deserve. So somebody is looking at what they've done. This knight is looking at what it's done and is self-deprecating itself so badly that it's saying it has its back to its future, this new beginning. Somebody believes that they do not deserve a new beginning because of what they've done. Somebody feels that they do not deserve to be forgiven because of what they've done. Some of you feel that somebody doesn't deserve forgiveness. You need to be very mindful about that. Those that you feel that don't deserve forgiveness. I've watched so many documentaries, and I never cease to be amazed at how many people who've had children, family members murdered who forgive the murderer. And it always G-checks me because I used to have a real problem with forgiveness. If you burnt me, like my shadow would be like, yes, I can justify. Like I had to learn this shit the hard way, folks. This is why I talk to you guys like this. Okay? Be very mindful about not being open to forgiveness, because anytime somebody's seeking it, it's God sending them. You'll feel you'll feel them and know it's real. You'll hear it and know it's real. You'll see it and know it's real. That's God. You reject this forgiveness, you're rejecting God. Got the Four of Cups again. The 3 plus this page is the 4 of Cups. That came out as Pentacles in one of the readings. I got the Page of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. It was the same thing. Needing to let go of something in order to be open. Some of you need to cut your losses. Some of you have already physically let go of something. It's just emotionally and mentally you haven't let go of it. So it means that you haven't let go over something that didn't work out in order to, and that is stopping you from having faith in a new beginning. So like this knight with its back to this page is screaming out really loud to me. It's like this knight is focused on the past. The guilt or resentment is getting this knight to focus on the past. This knight is not interested in the future at this time because of what this knight is feeling and experiencing. For somebody, this knight requires the strength to go and resolve and rectify something from the past. Like the divine, this person keeps going to the divine with all this guilt, and the divine's trying to tell them what to do to relieve it. So this knight is looking back at the past, considering doing what they're divinely being guided to do in order to relieve themselves of the guilt that riddles them. For some of you, it's an apology that you are considering going into the past. Like some of you know there's a situation over. For some of you, this is estranged between a nucleus family member and yourself. Needing to review everything that occurred in the past. It's almost like some of you want to apologize, because I'm not seeing reconciliation necessarily. The 3 of Cups absolutely can be, but we know that reconciliation could just be referred to differences that people have. It's not actually necessarily reconciling the bodies of people. It can be, but not necessarily. This is a reconciling of differences, because the Temperance card is next to it. That's reconciling and blending the light and darkness of every situation, and the light and darkness in every person involved, so that we can accept the reality of the situation and the people that we were dealt with or are in dealings with. Okay, so that we have a better understanding of reality, what's truly occurred. Some of you are really struggling to accept an apology, because you are really stuck on what was done to you, what was said, what wasn't done. Some of you, some of you had a person that you were in a relationship abandon you and your child, and they are trying to come back, and you are very trapped in your mind about allowing this person to come back. Because for some of you, it's a masculine feeling really challenged about letting a feminine come back, because you've been raising you and your kid alone, but you know that your kid needs their mother, but you are very protective and defensive. So you are really struggling. Some of you are struggling to allow your partner or somebody you're co-parenting with to see their child. Because with the Eight of Swords, that's imprisonment. Some of you are stopping your child from seeing their parent and are really struggling at wondering if it's the right thing or not. For some of you, you were abandoned during a miscarriage. Like some of you fell pregnant and you were abandoned and essentially had a miscarriage. And some of you are very trapped in your mind about whether or not you want to let this person back, because I think they do come back. But the fucked up thing is they come back and you are not with child anymore. They come back. Yeah, for some of you, this person does. For some of you, somebody you've dated, dealt with, been in relation with, have kids, might have been pregnant for, comes back. And they go from the Knight to the King of Pentacles, which is fantastic. But the damage, it really depends on the damage that was done. Like for some of you that had a miscarriage, okay, that lost a child while being abandoned, you are not entertaining this. I just don't see it. For some of you, this person is trying to come back and offer stability to the child you share with them. So as the King of Pentacles, they are in a position to offer stability, take some of the responsibility, handle that. And some of you are really trapped in your mind because you've been being the King of Pentacles this whole time. While this person was going from the Knight of Wands to the King of Pentacles, you've been having to provide the stability somehow. And are feeling a little bit trapped in your mind about giving somebody a shot or a chance to come and provide that stability to you when after they've betrayed you, after an ending. Some of you are struggling at whether or not you want to give somebody a chance to come back and do what they said they were going to do. And in all fairness to this person, the Knight of Wands to the King of Pentacles, they're not stupid. So this person knew the only way they could come back, or this could be you, Pisces, the only way they could come back is if they were in a king status, any of the kings or the emperor, whether male or female. They knew they had to do that. Some of you are going to receive an apology from somebody that you share a child with, and they are apologizing for leaving the burden for you to bear on your own, for not supporting, providing, protecting the child, you, leaving you hanging, abandoning you, breaking promises. Yeah. The Nine of Pentacles, leaving you alone. Some of you, there's that leap of faith again, starting from zero. I'm telling you, there's going to be somebody who's asking to start from zero with you. And I'm just not sure if you're going to be willing to. It really depends, because I'm getting yays, nays, I'm getting excitement, I'm getting anxiousness, I'm getting resentment, I'm getting fuck offs, I'm getting all kinds of shit. And these readings, I'm telling you guys, this is all, I've been getting it for all the signs, or at least like most of air and some of earth. It's like, or some of water. It's like these karmic scales are balancing, these clean slates, the full energy. This zero is karmic balance. The divine saying the karmic debt has been paid. The divine saying we are starting from scratch. The divine, like this is what the divine's trying to bring in, these clean slates, the balancing of these scales that bring this fresh new energy in. And some of you are going to have to take a leap of faith to allow karma to balance out itself. Some of you are going to need to be open to see somebody differently. And if you were seeing them as the Knight of Wands, seeing them as the Knight of Pentacles could be if you experience them as the Knight of Wands and they're coming back to you as the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, it could be very difficult for you to believe that that kind of change occurred. But it doesn't mean it hasn't occurred. It just means it's hard for you to believe. Okay, so there's a need for you to have faith, take your matters to God, put your ego to the side in order to avoid any kind of confusion, because your spirit is going to want one thing Yeah. Your spirit is going to want one thing and your ego is going to want another. Yeah, and this was in the reverse with the devil. So some of you are, the devil energy is going to try to get you to not be open to, so some of you are going to tell this person that you are working co-parenting with, fuck you, I don't need your abundance and support. You're not seeing my kid. But essentially the manifestation was to bring in more support for you and your child, and you just rejected it. For some of you, this is needing to be open. This is a pair. This is a pair. The King, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. There's nothing that these two want to talk about more than the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Where we start, where we're going. Okay, right? So for some of you, you're being asked to turn around from the past and look forward to your new beginning, because your new beginning is actually a vibrational match. The divine has a new beginning, and then there's the Two of Cups underneath it. This is a new partnership where you are merging with somebody and coming together with somebody who vibrates like you, who's stable like you, who has a similar understanding of material abundance and sustenance as you. Some of you are needing to let the past go. Some of you need to heal your collective masculine energy that tells you all men cheat, or all women abandon me, or all of this, because the Knight is jaded like that. Okay, and you're needing to heal this collective energy that you have that sums men and women up in these negative balls and clumps and whatever, in order to allow this opportunity. There's a relationship being brought into Malkut. For some of you, this is a clean slate. So for some of you, this relationship and partnership is actually, it is brand new, but it's only brand new. It's brand new, even though this person, for some of you, okay, this clean slate is with somebody from the past, but it is brand new because essentially this person is not who you knew before. So that's the only way the past can return and truly be a part of your new timeline. It would have had to evolve, change, grow, be different. So some of you are going to be shocked by how different somebody is. For some of you, you've known somebody a long time and you've never seen them like this. For some of you, you didn't know this person long enough to even know that they had the King of Pentacles in them. For some of you, you didn't get an opportunity to see how much of a viable connection somebody really was because you abandoned it. You're like, you were not, right? So some of you are regretting abandoning something. Some of you are regretting not giving an opportunity. Some of you are regretting not giving an opportunity. This is the Ace. I told you, what does the Queen and the King talk about? What's the only thing these people are talking about? The Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody is looking, this Knight is looking back because this Knight abandoned this Ace of Pentacles. Why? Because the Knight of Wands doesn't know nothing about no Ace of Pentacles. The King and Queen know about Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles type things. But this Knight of Wands here went out in the world looking for this Ace of Pentacles. This Knight, and the reason why this Knight is looking back is because it's realizing what it was looking for in front of it, it actually had passed. This Knight was on the way to the Ten of Pentacles. The problem is, see, this Knight was on the way to the Ten of Pentacles and realized it wasn't getting there. So it stopped and it turned around and it realized the reason why it's not getting there is because it missed the Ace. The foundation, the commitment, the understanding, the seed being planted. So essentially, this Knight turning around, realizing it missed and passed up on this Ace of Pentacles opportunity, actually got this Knight to assume its birthright, its spiritual royalty. It matured, had better understanding. So now this King of Pentacles goes back, claims this Ace of Pentacles in order to, we have the Ace, we have the Ten of Pentacles twice. Somebody is coming to a realization that what it was that they were seeking is actually something that they passed up behind them. But what was beautiful is this lesson actually taught them and matured them and put them in the King of Pentacles position. So for some of you, you are the Queen of Pentacles that was passed up on. You offered this Ace of Pentacles to this Knight, and this Knight abandoned you, didn't want it, didn't see value, and moved on. And this Knight went out in the world looking for exactly what it was you were offering and didn't appreciate, only to now look back and be like, I was offered that and I rejected it. Fuck. So that's why I'm saying this person's not stupid. They know the energy that they have to return back to you. Because for some of you, like it's getting that heavy this month. Heavy. Last month, the January readings, it was all like new love, brand new slates, abundance, this newness, this playfulness. This is all about karmic balances. Okay, you had to manifest those new beginnings, and everything that is required in order to bring that new beginning in is going to play out right now. And for a lot of you, it's conflict resolution. For a lot of you, it's realizing what it is that you were seeking in front of you was something that you devalued and rejected in the past. So you're going to have to go back, right? Some of you are realizing that your focus on the past, your obsession over the past, stops you from moving forward. You don't actually have faith about your future, which is why you're so obsessed about the past. And that's why you hold so much pain about the past, because this ace of this to you is like, it was like there's certain fulfillment, certain wins, certain things that you obtained in your past timeline, but because of your lack of faith to obtain it again, obtain better, unlock more abundance, have better commitments, better relationships, you are obsessed about the past and whatever you experienced back then, thinking it was the best you were going to get, the peak, the climax, and it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. So there's a need for you to be forward facing, have faith about your future, forward facing, and have faith about your future. So it's funny, this night, so before this pair comes together, the energies that these two people in, that's why I believe it's somebody from the past. Because this energy comes together after a certain level of healing occurs. The fact of the matter is, okay, is this energy is preparing to come back to this queen. So this is there's these two queens and then this knight and this king. So for a lot of you, you've been in queen energy. The difference is you are going from the Queen of Swords, who is untrusting. She to me vibrates the lowest because she's been the furthest down. She's gone through the worst. She has walked through the valley of the shadow of death a couple of times with her giant ass fucking sword, which you think she has that for. Okay? So a lot of you had to cut, a lot of you became jaded, cold, and emotionally detached from the abandonment that you experienced, being ghosted, being rejected, being, not having your value and worth validated by this person, only for you to realize you don't need this external validation. So you gave it to yourself and you moved into this independent, stable, and abundant energy. This night is preparing. These preparations are actually this night these preparations that this knight is making is actually making them become the King of Pentacles. So the preparations that this person is making before coming through is going to ensure that they are an actual vibratory match. Because what I'm gathering is this knight is anticipating the Queen of Swords, this battle. They both have swords in their hands. But what's beautiful is what the divine's really trying to bring in is this. So whoever this couple is, whether it's a new couple, whether this is a new relationship that you need to take a leap of faith into, and you are trapped in your head because you don't want to get hurt again, you're afraid of making the wrong choice, okay? This is very far from the wrong choice. Take time, get to know this person. Let it be revealed to you that you're dealing with the King of Pentacles, which is a reflection of the Queen of Pentacles, of which is the energy you sit in, okay? How we're going to start, what it's going to look like. These three cards are literally the cards of independent coexistence. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is the independent person accepting this Ace of Pentacles, because we know the Ten of Pentacles, you can't be there alone. But it looks like these people are independently coexisting within the Ten of Pentacles. So they're each offering a pentacle. You know, the Queen and the King of Pentacles each have a pentacle. So it's not like they're giving it to each other. Both people are planting it in the same soil and are both going to reap the benefits of what they planted together. This is the new timeline of love, sex, relationships, and business partnerships. Okay. All right. Let's go into clarification. Regrets. I'm telling you, this knight has regrets. It's a fact. Nobody can debate this with me. I know what I do. I know what I'm doing. This knight has regrets. Because I'm telling you, this knight went out in the world trying to get to the Ten of Pentacles, wondering why they couldn't get to the Ten of Pentacles. Well, it's because they rejected the ace that was offered by the one person equipped to build the Ten of Pentacles. This is the cards of you snooze, you lose. Somebody realized they snoozed, so they're losing. And they don't want to lose anymore. So what they're doing, and instead of just coming back to you as a knight and leeching off of your independence, they are preparing themselves to evolve, to be an energetic match, so that there is an independent coexistence that occurs between you and somebody. This could be somebody from the past. This could be somebody new. All I know is that this is all I care about. You guys know, if you watch my channel here or watch our channel, it's our channel. Okay, because you guys need to start being active with your own downloads, your own shit. Okay, it's our channel. I know I'm the mouthpiece, but you guys are like, you know, you guys can get up in the comments. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles is my favorite card in the deck, and it's because it's the only thing as a soul I really care about. If you're at the Ten of Pentacles, you have everything. You've manifested the people you need, your soul tribe, the abundance you need to support you and your tribe. You're impacting your community positively, which gives you the status and the power divinely that you seek. Okay? So I only care about the Ten of Pentacles. So to see the Ace and the 10 with the 9 and the King and Queen of Pentacles, this is what it's all about, folks. How it occurs, I don't know. Because with the Two of Cups, yeah, this is... Yeah, and then we've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So this is what I'm saying. Like there's this, it was almost like a miss. It's like a, you know, when you pass somebody, it's almost like that. There was this passing, somebody, the past is being revisited, but it's not, it's strange because it's almost like if you do reconcile with your past somehow, there's nothing, it's like starting from zero. So if it's a family member, like for some of you, you're estranged from a father or a mother, it's going to be because you're not a child anymore. You're a grown ass adult. You're stable. You're independent. You don't want or need anything from your parents. There is this clean slate. So now having a relationship with your parents, that's more of a reflection of the adulthood. So there's this bond that's being created instead of this dynamic of mother-child or father-child kind of thing. For some of you, it's a love relationship. For some of you, it's a friend. Yeah, it's going to be different. Because if not, it's not part of the new timeline. It was just an opportunity for you to balance karma, heal, because you manifested closure, because you had a distorted view about people because of what you experienced with this person or these people earlier on in your timeline. It jaded you. So the divine might be ushering in the closure that it was that you were seeking, the healing, the reassurance that it was that you were seeking. Not to actually bring this person on the new timeline with you. Well, for some of you, you absolutely will. So it really, really depends. But this is the energy I've been getting for a lot of the signs because it's karma. It's the 4-year. It's Saturn. Saturn has been preparing us to balance out this karma for as long as I've been aware, since like April of last year. I'm sure it was probably even longer, but this is just with regards to my awareness and my awakening. So I know that Granddaddy Saturn has been trying to get us into alignment for this. Now the slates are being cleared. And I'm telling you guys, a lot of you, and I don't want to say a lot because I really hope it's not a lot. There are going to be people that assume this karma all over again because their ego gets them to reject this clean slate that the divine is trying to bring in because they want to hold their position of victim. They want to hold the resentment, the anger. They've created an ego out of it. They've created a dialogue for themselves that's surrounding the abuse, the pain, the abandonment. It's created this justification for why you move the way you move. You're being challenged to create a new narrative by allowing certain healing to come in, right? Certain realities that you didn't share to come in so that you can better be a part of the consensus reality instead of your own little narcissistic one. All right. Okay. And then we're going to wrap with the Sufi Oracle. These readings have been going by like, I can't believe there's 45 minutes in. You guys wonder why I'm sweating and I've got cotton mouth because I'm pumping out readings like a fucking cow at the dairy farm. And I talk a lot. Like if you were to count all the words in this reading, it would be a lot. It's like one giant run-on sentence. Oh God, thank you. I just want one. I have to. way of faith and accepting challenges, make a change. So I think I'm just going to show you these guys because I just don't feel drawn to read it. I want to read just one. Trust your inner resources. Let faith be your guide. Some of you, you need your faith about your future. You need to let that guide you forward because your lack of faith for the future is getting you to be trapped in your past energy. And it's causing this dark cloud to follow you, this pessimism, which then relates into you not being open to new friends, new relationships, not being open to healing, forgiveness. Some of you are going to be prompted to change a dialogue. You're not going to be the victim anymore when the divine brings this in. How are you feeling about that? Some people like being the victim. Some people like, you know, that energy, the attention that they get, the pity that they get, you know, where it allows them to feel like they're accepted. Heart of the matter, align life's path through the heart. Some of you are going to get to the heart of the matter and allow yourself to get to the heart of the matter by allowing open communication, because the King and the Queen of Swords have very open, logical, pragmatic communication about what has occurred, what their truths are, and what they feel is balanced and just moving forward. So these two people usher in karmic balance if they are in the upright, which I feel that they are. All right, heart of the matter. Align life's pathway through the heart. Heart is the chamber of unity. It holds the essence of oneness and serenity. It's blind to the truth that is concealed within it. It's the clay that embraces both darkness and light. Remove the covering and behold this lovely heart basking in the light of truth. Atar. Somebody is going to bring you their truth. This King of Pentacles, this Queen of Swords energy is bringing a truth up that you need to be open to so that you both can clear karma, not just the person who's offering this truth, because they'll clear their karma and you will continue the karma and end up being in that position if you don't accept it or not open to it because you will insist on playing the victim. There's no better way of getting out of the victim mentality when you're having to apologize for victimizing somebody. Because a lot of your heavy heart that the divine's trying to heal gets you to victimize people. Abandon them, not love them, not be open, judge them, just like was done to you. Anyways, in the Sufi wisdom, the human heart is a palace of divine grace and sanctuary of God's love. It is the source of the center for every image, yet it takes no form of its own. It is the place where duality cannot enter. Everything in the heart is united into one. Its true value is only recognized by love. There is an energy in the air like a fragrance that surrounds and shelters your heart with a pure love like you have never known before. If you feel unsatisfied with life, search within yourself and find out if your spirit and ego are in harmony with one another. Frustration and loneliness are caused by a war going on inside you between your heart and the ego. The spirit is interested in taking the ego into its own realm while the ego wants to do the reverse and break away from the spirit. Dear one, you are embraced by open, nurturing hearts and loving souls, a garden of beauty where you can renew yourself. Pure happiness comes to those whose hearts are polished like a mirror to reflect their excitement and desire to expand. Life is a process of constant creation. Use your heart as a guide in all non-physical choices, good or bad, conscious or unconscious, in pain or in ecstasy. Know that the heart can bring all opposites to union through love. Mantra, I am recalibrating my frequencies to resolve the battle between my rational mind and my heart by letting my mind take care of physical matters and letting my heart bring me into alignment with the true pathway of my life. All right. That is your spread, guys. It's a long one this month, but I love you guys. Okay. Enjoy celebrating your pagan holiday, which is Valentine's. I'm just joking. You know me. I had to put a little shot in. All right. But arrivederci, ciao. And until the next time I see you, please continue to let your inner angels live. For personal readings, see the link below. Email me. Be patient with me. And for additional content, you can go on the Patreon. If not, I will see you for the mid-month live or for March. Mwah! Ciao.